And 5, 4, 3. Welcome to PeaceKeeper reaction and the very first episode of Talkin Tay Tay with Nene. And this is the show where we discuss the comments left on our Taylor Swift reactions and give the fans some time to talk to me directly and have me respond and learn new things. I gotta say, it's very fascinating to read all these comments. So thank you so much for taking the time to write them. It means a lot. So cheers to the Swifties. All right, so this is going to be a kind of an action or an extended episode because we have 6 videos to discuss comments from, and we're going to be starting with the first song that I heard from Swift, and that is "Shake It Off." So I re-uploaded it to this new channel, and so let's begin, shall we? So. Shake It Off. Let's see this. All right. So the first comment is from Midlife Mom Fan, who said, "Loved your reaction. You were so shocked. It's so much fun watching someone discover TS for the first time. Just wait. You'll find yourself reacting to her full discography soon. 10 albums. Wow, 10 albums. That's a lot. I think you might enjoy watching all her music videos chronologically. They are cinematic productions of her imagination, and starting with Lover, she has directed them all herself." So that's fascinating to have directed all the videos yourself. So she has 10 albums. Hey, that's quite a catalog. I mean, she's very prolific. So I can't wait. So we are going to. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. This was the only thing that I was kind of debating in my head was, do we do all of her music videos chronologically? Because I'm also very interested in doing this whole Reputation concert in its entirety as well. So I thought it would be fun to kind of switch back and forth from the two. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea? Let me know in the comments. So our next video that we had done from Swift was All Too Well, the short film. So all right, let's hold on one sec. Okay. So Sammy says, "I really enjoying your reactions. I'd love to see your perspective on her Billboard Woman of the Decade speech and the Man music video. Looking forward to the next TS reaction." Woman of the Decade, hey, that's I have no idea what that is, but sounds impressive. And then Jillian Sly says, "I loved your reaction to seeing Taylor at the end. This song is based on real events and her relationship with actor Jake Gyllenhaal. So always gets me emotional seeing her at the end and knowing she really went through all that pain and heartbreak." So this is interesting because it's not often that you get to know who an artist is writing a song about. So if you remember, Alanis Morissette wrote "Jagged Little Pill," and apparently it's based on Dave Coulier from Full House, the cut it out guy. So that everyone always has to mention that. So, I was talking to the producer of the show earlier, and I thought, I'd love to get Jake Gyllenhaal here himself. I have a couple of questions for him. First of all, why didn't he just hold her hand? When you're bringing a girlfriend into a strange element like that, and it's up to you to make her feel comfortable, especially with your friends, right? So why wouldn't he just hold her hand? So of course I couldn't let this go. It's been nagging at me ever since. So I had our producer contact Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal, and I thought we'd bring him on and I could ask him just that. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal, welcome to Peacekeeper. Hello.
Nate, how are you? Thanks for having me.
No problem. So I just wanted to discuss this All Too Well short film, which you're the inspiration for, from what I gathered.
That's what I've heard, but Taylor won't take my calls.
I gotta say, it doesn't paint you in the greatest light. You seem like a bit of an asshole.
Relationships are hard. Sometimes people act pissed off.
Yeah, but you took her. And
I said you're acting pissed off.
Okay.
And now you're all weird and quiet?
You can't come on my show and make me feel fucking stupid, first of all, Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal. I won't have it.
I thought it would be fun. But now what are we doing? We're doing this?
Okay, well, this maybe wasn't a great idea, but let me ask, why didn't you just hold her hand?
I don't remember. I mean, you're holding me hostage for a moment I can't even remember. It's fucking crazy.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal. All right. Well, I'm not sure that was worth it, but that was a lot of fun anyway. All right. So, moving on. The next video I checked out was it was oh yes. Yeah. Oh wait. I believe it was Antihero. So let's do that one first. First of all, Bobby RW says, thanks for giving Taylor a good full listen with the 3 you've done. Your idea of doing her music videos from the first to the most current will prove very interesting to you, I'm sure. From her country roots as a young teenager to the transition to pop and then a darker pop to bubblegum pop, before visiting the woods of cottagecore indie folk. I've never heard the term cottagecore. That's very interesting. There's a lot to take in. And that doesn't even touch on the varied live performance on tours, award shows, and quiet concerts like BBC One, Tiny Desk, Grammy Museum, or SNL. She can keep you busy for a long time if you let her, and we'd appreciate you for it. Well, thank you, Mr. Bobby RW. And Starbuck1234 says, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm so happy you may continue with some of her music. I will suggest not limiting to the music videos. Here's why. Most of the favorite songs may not have them. Only a small portion of the fan favorite songs have them. All Too Well is a fan fave. It has a video, but it took over a decade to get one. And if we're going by videos alone, you would have never heard that song prior to last year. So, okay, that's interesting. So this song's been out it was out for a long time before she did a video for it. That's something that artists don't generally do. That's usually, the latest singles get videos. So it's interesting. So then Starbuck continues, what if you did a combination from each album that the fans think you should listen to? Some may have music videos, some may not. Here is an example from the debut. Tim McGraw, Teardrops on Our Guitar, our song, Picture to Burn, Cold as You Might All have music videos, but arguably the most popular fan favorite does not. That's Should Have Said No. What if you took a poll of the songs in each album to sing, pick a number from each album and let people choose? Well, I would love to have someone who is interested in stepping up, be my Taylor Swift guide. So if you're interested in that, I would love that. But until that person steps up, we're going to do the, reputation / music videos kind of, we're going to we could do this for a long time. So, Midlife Mom Fan again says, her entire new Midnight. Oh, we're doing Antihero. Did I say that? Yes. Her entire new Midnights album has the new wave sound. If you like this, you'll love the album. After her indie records, Folklore and Evermore, and now Midnights, no one can underestimate her versatility anymore. All right. So then Marilyn Antilla says, we Swifties are the fiercest of the fandoms. We ride hard for her. I hate indie music, but had to buy into it since Taylor did Folklore and Evermore. So that's interesting to me, Marilyn. Why do you hate indie music? I would like you to respond, please. All right. So let's what was next? Let's do um Tim McGraw, I believe was the next one we saw. Um so Starbuck again, 1234 says very excellent point you made about being in high school and how this happened to you listening to Dixie Chicks or GNR. It's relatable to everyone. I'm much older in my 50s, and while I don't want to go back to high school, I certainly can remember what it's like and how her lyrics are very relatable. So I was talking about how I had girlfriends who had favorite artists, and now when I listen to them, it makes me think of them even many, many years later. Crazy Swifty 99. Yeah, both the song and your reaction are very relatable. I'm Taylor's age, and I started to listen to her in 2007, so I grew up with her music. It's surprising how many male Swifties are also rock and metal dudes. And very interesting. So the next video we did was Ready for It, and I gotta say, I was not ready for it. So I'm interested to read these comments. Bobby RW again back in the chat. Whiplash. Happy you enjoyed this. What an evolution. You'll enjoy the live versions of I Did Something Bad and Don't Blame Me as just two more from this concert tour. She has many live performances. Hope you check out a few of them. Well, definitely we will. Orlando Marrero says, good work. I'm a heavy metal musician, 55 years old, and believe me, on Pandemic, I listened to her two sister albums, Folklore and Evermore, and became an automatic Swiftie. She's the Shakespeare of this time and with the greatest golden heart. All right. What else we got here? Yvette Rodriguez says, oh my God, dude, yes. So much to say, but where to start? I'll let you know I love rock music, and most of us, the fans, would love for Taylor to do a rock album. I personally think she can do anything from heavy metal, grunge, punk, jazz, R&B, and she dabbles a bit of it in her concerts, as you heard here with Ready for It. She even does mashups of her songs, and from time to time changes how the song sounds. You are not crazy or out of line when I tell you there's a song off her Evermore album called Closure, in which very few folks, including myself, had said that it gives off a Nine Inch Nails vibe. I would love to see her work with someone like Trent Reznor. That would be amazing. So thank you. Sloan Wilson says, subscribe so fast, watching you jam out with no context between Tim McGraw and Ready for It. You're about to have such a fun journey. I believe I am. Megan DeLynn. This song is actually a love song about her partner of the last 7 years, Joe Alwyn. Would love to see you watch the whole Reputation concert. You'll love it. Well, we're going to be doing just that. Midlife Mom Fan back again, says another honest and insightful reaction. It's not often that someone new to her music gets it. She's an extremely talented songwriter, arguably the best of her generation. She hasn't gotten enough credit over the years due to the media's preoccupation with her love life and perceived drama. So, awesome. And let's see what else we got. Crazy Swifty 99 is back. Your rambles are really interesting. It's awesome to hear your thoughts on music. By the way, Nine Inch Nails is amazing. You could try listening to her song Haunted, the live version from the Speak Now World Tour. Yeah, thank you. I don't know. Calling my thoughts rambles is a little hurtful, but I get what you mean. Cammy0327. So cool you said that, because another reactor was comparing some songs on Taylor's Midnight's album to Nine Inch Nails. Very good. Thank you all. What else we got? And then we did that. Okay, the last song we did was the rock version of Never, Ever, Ever, Getting Back Together. And let's see what you guys had to say about that. Starbuck1234 is back. It's everyone's favorite version of the song. Because of this version, people actually want a rock album from her. Yes, the song has good lyrics. Simple but very relatable. That's her shtick. Yes, I agree. I got to say, when I re-listened to that rock version of "We Are Never Getting Back Together," it really has like a Weezer vibe. Like it reminds me of like Beverly Hills by Weezer. So that's what I've thought since then, going back and listening to it a bunch. Crazy Swifty 99 again. Says I've been to most of her tours, and she's just better live than in studio. She doesn't have that many rock songs, but the ones she has are awesome, like Haunted, Better Than Revenge, and State of Grace. All right, so we'll have to throw those on our playlist. Eric from Bro Army 13 says thoughts and suggestions will come at you swiftly. Yeah. Get it, you guys? Once you are on the Swifties radar, so it's going to be so much fun. And by the way, I'm forever waiting for a rock album from her. Bobby RW is back, and he says, first of all, I'm not a lady. All right. Just like you're becoming, there are plenty of XY Swifties out here. Secondly, thanks for choosing this one to react to. It's a jaw dropper for non-fans. Lastly, if you're interested in seeing the sultry Swift version of I Knew You Were Trouble live from the same 1989 tour, but before doing that, react to the original. All right, so there's a lot of suggestions coming in, and I'm stoked for it. So Yvette Rodriguez again, Rodriguez says, see, you can hear the punk rock in this. There are other types of rock she's done in her concert tours. We want that rock album, dude. And then Marilyn Attila. Well, dude, welcome to our world. So we'll end on that note. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to comment. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And we're going to be going about all of this Taylor Swift stuff in one way or the other. But, you know, you can make comments. You can make suggestions. That's all welcome. But if you want to get your 100% your pick on my list, the only way to do that is go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Peacekeeper Reaction. For $10, you get one request per month. For $20, you get two. And that's the way you can program the show if you want, you guys. So thank you very much. And we're going to listen to some Swift right now. So for Peacekeeper, I'm Nathan. Play safe. I can put my arm back on.